Alright guys, welcome to Red's Resort. Today we're going to be looking at the Anvil Liberator. Since it was just announced that it's going into production, I thought we'd go over some of the specs and see what we already know about this monster of a ship. I'd like to say a big thank you to all you guys who watch and subscribe, and the members as well, anybody who's helped me or encouraged me in any way to just keep picking at this thread. You have my eternal thanks. Okay, let's get down to business, because this thing is a beast. The Liberator is a light transport ship, manufactured by Anvil Aerospace, specialising in open air vehicle transport. It has 3 landing pads along its top surface, and a very expansive vehicle garage underneath. So roughly, that means 3 small ships, 3 extra small ships, and 2 reasonable sized vehicles. And I know we're going to take the utter mince out of that, but that's roughly what it's supposed to be able to carry. Now, it's not a true carrier, because it will lack the repair, refueling and rearming facilities. But maybe with a little persuasion, we can get CIG to change their mind about that. Probably not, but it's good to dream. And, you know, when they're trying to sell a ship, when it first launches, there's usually a little give to get more of these things out the door. If I was to predict where that give would be, it would be there. So along that top pad, like I say, it's extra small ships. So that's things like an Aegis Sabre, an Anvil Hornet, you most likely get a Prospector on there as well. And in the internal garage, you'd be looking at things like the Tumbril Nova, so a full-size tank and a ballista. And probably some small ships as well, like the MPUV, the Origin 85X, things like that. The specs that we've got for this thing seem very outdated. And as we know, production's just started, so that's most likely to just be a lot of ideas getting knocked around. But at the last check, it was a size 3 power plant, 2 size 3 coolers, and 2 size 3 shields. That might change quite significantly. When it first launched at concept, there was the default version, but there was also the Condor version, which came with this white and red skin. Obviously you can't get that paint anymore through official means, but unofficially it's about $50, and it does look quite the part, I must say. The loaners for the Liberator are an M2 Hercules Starlifter and a Super Hornet Mark I, which, I mean, probably needs updated a little bit, but it's not to be sniffed at. For propulsion, it's got a size 3 quantum drive, a size 3 jump module, 2 size 3 fuel intakes, 2 size 3 fuel tanks, and 2 size 3 quantum fuel tanks. The dimensions at the last check were 67 metres wide, 119 metres long and 25 metres high. But obviously that will, in all likelihood, change a little bit at least. For weaponry, it doesn't have a lot of teeth, to be honest, but it's not defenceless. It has 1 man turret with 2 size 5 laser repeaters, and what appears to be a remote turret with 2 size 2 ballistic gatlings. I would fully expect them to stick a few PDCs on this thing as well. But you never really know, and what it lacks in weaponry will be made up for with quite a heavy armour loadout. Taking a look inside, we can see underneath the vehicle bay we have this large circular engine room, and this seems to house all the components for the ship, set off to the side from a walkway that encircles the gravity generator. As you can see, overall there isn't a lot of physical interior space. This has all been crammed in the underbelly of the ship and in the 2 arms that flank either side of the landing pads. We have an elevator on this side that will give you access to the cargo bay and the landing pads. There's also surface access down here, which looks like it'll be a separate elevator that goes down to the ground. Coming along this central corridor, we have access to the vehicle bay. Through here we have a bunch of storage lockers and some suit lockers as well, 8 of each currently. Just beyond that we have 16 jump seats. Coming up the elevator 1 floor, we have another storage room with 6 suit lockers, and also landing pad access. This area also looks like it contains some basic amenities like bathrooms and a place to sit and eat, and also landing pad access. If we come back over here, take this lift and come out this door here, we'd be in this cargo room. Currently the Liberator can hold 400 SCU of cargo, and it looks like some of that will be assigned down either side of the vehicle bay. If we go back out this door and come up the elevator to the top level, we have the man turret access. We have the life support module in the next room and landing pad access. In the next section there's another 4 storage lockers and a couple of suit lockers and 2 beds, which are, as far as I can tell, the only 2 beds on the ship. In an ideal world, Personally, I would like to see this jump room become modular and either have a few racks of crew beds or a med bay. Moving forward again, we are now in the bridge, with the pilot's seat up front, the co-pilot's seat here, likely with access to the medium radar scanner and the remote turret. In the vehicle bay you have forward and rear ramp access. There's also supposed to be a retractable tractor beam somewhere as well. The last time it was mentioned, it was supposed to be stationed around about here on the main landing pad deck. In terms of design, it is a ship of a very singular purpose. Given the limited amount of crew space, the limited beds and the 16 jump seats, it's safe to say the Liberator has a very focused tactical purpose that is not designed to be a base or even a forward operating station. It is designed to quickly deploy a substantial amount of vehicular assets to the front line in a short space of time, or, a whole mining org to a profitable location, or a racing team to a track of their choosing, or just me with my little solo fleet, with my little mining vehicle, my little salvage vehicle, my little combat vehicle, my nurser parked in the bay, maybe get a little racing ship in there, so I can just go wandering the verse, taking screenshots and munching snaggle sticks. And unfortunately, the pool of information we have about this ship is fairly limited. When more releases, I'll be sure to update this to be more like one of its bigger brothers, that are longer and more in depth, and have a ton more accompanying footage, like the Banu Merchantman one you can probably see above. As always, thank you for stopping by. Take care out there in the black. 07 guys.